Hi, beloved. eBay is very tired. Um, and I don't exactly. Oh, I think I actually know. Did a lot of uh concentrating today, and I hope you're able to see the new song for tonight. Um, I saw a couple of things I want to mention to you. I'm really tired, so I can't talk for very long, but try to see how long I can laugh. Excuse me. Mm, so I already took my medicine. It's like after 10. It's about to be like 10:30 or so. So usually if I go to bed, like I mentioned to you, after 10:30, I just and on a consistent basis, you know, am I, I look tired. So if you don't know what I look like tired, this is I'll just let you know this is it. But you know, I keep my promises. Try to anyway, which is possible to you. Um, I did see a couple things on Instagram. So the first thing I want to mention was I saw I didn't know. Let me start back up. I went on the news app and I saw that you're going to be hosting or planning on the planning committee for the 2026 Met Gala. Congratulations on the honor. I hope ideas come to you. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Um, I hope uh, the plans come together well and that it just look awful. I'm sorry. Um, I hope that things come together well and smoothly, and that you and the rest of the people on the rest of your colleagues on the committee. I think it said Venus Williams. Uh, oh, there's some other people I can't think of their names right now. But, I did see Venus. Um, can't think of the other people. Anyway, I just hope you guys have an enjoyable time putting it together. Um, I saw that. I saw on the news app that your mom was telling one magazine, I think it was People magazine, that you and Blue helped her put her vocals together for the Sacred ad. And I immediately went over to Instagram to see if I could find it. It was the cutest and funniest thing. Her holding the platter of products, and I loved the color that she wore. It was a beautiful color on her. And then the hairdresser said, "I didn't know you could sing. Rest of the family." And then from there, actually listening to the ad where not just that ad, but the one where you were in it in the white. And yeah, when everything came full circle with the background vocals, I was like, oh, that's where that came from. Cool. So yeah, so I enjoyed watching that today. Um, what else did I see? I saw Blue at the Lakers game at the end when I think well, I'm not sure it was the end or beginning. I'm assuming I don't know when it was. I don't want to assume. I only say that I didn't see LeBron sweating, so I don't know if it was the beginning of the game before the game started or what. But yeah, I did see that moment of them together with her and him, and glad that maybe I don't know if that was her first time meeting him or what, but glad she had an opportunity to meet such an incredible person, humble, dedicated, hardworking, just very like I mentioned, grounded and genuine, and just with all the talent that he has and the ability and having the desire and the ability to be uh, an influencer in his own hometown in terms of his school. That is a big deal. And I'm so proud of him. You know, we're almost the same age basically, but I'm just really proud of the man he became, you know, and what he did with his talent and trying to pour back into the community where he came from. You know, not everybody can do that. And he recognizes, because of all that he's been given, where it all comes from, and to reach back to pull others up because he knows how hard it was for him to have to get to where he is now. So, you know, some kids don't have the agility or the body, but some of them do have, or the brawn, but some of them do have the brains. So, in terms of trying to, and some of them have both, which is what he has in terms of being able to be visionary and see where the need was in his community and meet that while still being able to play and do what he loves to do because he's good. You know, that's his talent too. So I just have a lot of respect for him as a man. He's a really good guy, and so I was grateful that she was able to meet him. What else did I see? I finished Giannis's book today. It's another reason why I'm so tired. I was at the library for a while, but I finished it. It was Giannis, his biography. It says Giannis, the improbable rise of an NBA MVP. Yeah, and I was. It was a very good read. It was the way the writer Fader, I think her name is. Mirim is the first name and last name Fader, Fader. Um, the way she wrote it made it very easy to read. Some of the names were kind of difficult for me to read because I'm not the smartest in terms of being able to pronounce things, especially when it's in a different language. You know, like having the Greek names sometimes was tripping me up with the Greek uh, was it names and like teams and stuff that he was on, or the gyms. You heard that he was from Sequoia, but you can pronounce like Athens and places like that. But some of them had pretty long names, and it was kind of throwing me off a little bit trying to pronounce it and still stay focused in terms of what they were trying to say, and then also because he had the Nigerian background as well, so but that part of him wasn't as elaborated on as much as his Greek heritage. So it was very interesting to see the similarities in the communities as far as what we deal with here in terms of the right wing, and then what they go through there in terms of their right wing um, movement as well. So talking about how he was congratulated by so many that were proud of him. And yet some of the right wing extremists vandalized um, his you know places where he grew up, hometown, in terms of like the gym or the courts that they were after he was drafted and played for the different teams, and not just the Bucks, but I think for the Greek national team as well. But mainly for the Bucks, and the fact that they vandalized his the court. It wasn't his personal court, but it was a court that was there in honor of him. And the fact that they did it was just, it's just very difficult for this African immigrants internationally. Um, you know, um, yeah, it was just very hard to watch. And then I didn't understand why there were so many. At first, it was interesting. It was interesting because the pictures that they put in the book didn't show him with his dad. And I saw in the book where he was mentioning him, and he was talking about him. And then they said his dad actually had a heart attack. I think it was at 45. It was 45 or 55. I feel like it was 45. Could be wrong. And so it was a very, his dad was with him every step of the way, just like his mom, Miss Veronica. Um, and so his dad's name was Charles, Mr. Charles. But yeah, it hurt badly. That loss, as well as when he lost Kobe, he said those were two. From what I could understand in the book, those were the two major ones that he had a hard time, getting himself together about, because Kobe, one of the things that Kobe did at the end of one of the um, championship. After the championship, I guess he was sending challenges to every player for next year. And Giannis was disappointed because Kobe didn't say anything about him. So he asked him in a tweet, and Kobe wrote back MVP. And since he's won two, and that was just based on what I have been on the book. I don't know if it's changed since then, but he won two. And I think by the time the book had been finished and everything, I guess that was despite not having won championships. I know they won since then. I know they at least have one with him, but I know 2 years he went MVP without having the the championship ring. So he's just a very his story was very um, very much the American tale, the American dream. It wasn't that he necessarily came here to have um, well, he did come for a better life partly, but mostly he just wanted to just get better, make himself better, and do better for his family. You can tell in the book that he just very much didn't want to see his family suffer as much as they had to get what they needed. And he ended up maxing out in terms of the contract that he got for 5 years. I think it was like 228 mil or 225, one or two, for 5 years. And so, based on where he came from, I remember they said one time he and his brothers and his dad was pushing, because they had been evicted, they had to move their whole refrigerator down. I don't even know how many blocks. It was like, I feel like they said it was a kind of a few blocks to go on a rickety skateboard to get their food down the street. Sometimes their parents would need. They would have to hustle to sell things in order to get food. And then try to stay away from the cops, because if they got caught, they didn't have papers. They could be deported, or arrested. It was a very, very interesting story. So I was grateful that I read it. But I'm also getting more and more inspiration for Christmas gifts. Now, okay, I don't know. But my mom's off too. Sorry. Um, but I'm like I was saying, I'm still getting inspiration for Christmas gifts, and we'll see what happens. This weekend we have the kids. The kids are coming over for they have their program tomorrow, the Christmas program. They're only 4 and 2. They have Christmas program. I think it's the cutest thing though. They try so hard. I have no idea what I would have been doing at 2 and 4, but anyway. But, but I guess it's interesting because even though I remember doing uh, Christmas and having gifts like Aladdin and what's another one? I can't think of it. I remember when I was in 4th grade or 5th, like elementary school age, probably 5th grade, doing Christmas play because we were in aftercare. It was because I was in aftercare, but I can't remember anything before that. Maybe singing with the little youth choir, maybe. But even then, I remember my mom told me I didn't want to do it, and then and everybody was like, there was someone, don't force her. If she doesn't want to do it, don't force her. So, but yeah. So, but my niece and nephew, no worries, no. As they say, Hakuna Matata is their favorite song. No, and they tell my mom, no worries, Granny, no worries. My nephew said it to my mom, not both of them. It's my nephew. And she was doing something and said, no worries, Granny, no worries. He's funny. But anyway, I wish I could say his name. You probably already know because I think I told you once before. He's a he's our what you call him? Uh, he just is who both of them are like that. They just are who they are. They just are who they are. They don't. There's no. Just great kids. Just great kids. So, I know I still have to look through the compilation videos. There was one. My eyes pop out my head. You already know what I saw probably. There was one. No, I'm embarrassed. There was one when you were walking in your in your Ferrari outfit and you had your heels and you were walking in your heels. And I saved that one. I said I'm about to watch that one so long. I'll be trying. I'm trying not to give myself a heart attack before I go to bed. It's so exciting. I love it. So thank you so much for all the videos. And I loved you in the white and then sacred video. I don't know if I showed you. I know I told you about it, but let me show you that I do have this guy. This lightning spray. So thank you very much. I'm planning on using it on my hair sometime soon because it's in bad shape, as you can tell. I have to rub it off every tomorrow. And I do have the kids coming over this weekend, so I don't know how much I'll be able to talk in the evening, but I'll try to do my best I can. All right, love you. Bye, my friend.